back to What They Don't Tell You at the Hair Salon. It's me, your girl, LaDosha, aka the Change Agent when it comes to hair care. Today, I am still caring for hair out of the lovely Reverence Design Team located in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, where we do real hair on real people in real life as we experience this journey of the science of hair. So in our other videos, we talked about the premise of hair care. We talked about the premise of the video. And again, before I get started, I just want to thank you so much for your time. But for those of you who are just tuning into this video, what they don't tell you at the hair salon, I will. These videos are pretty much for those people who are either, number one, financially fed up with spending so much money on their hair and they still don't like it. Number two, we have people who are emotionally, like, they're just frustrated. Like, I don't like my hair. I don't understand what to do to my daughter's hair, my son's hair, my husband's hair. They're just emotionally frustrated with how to care for their textured hair. And then last but not least, this video is for people who are physically tired of all of the nonsense and the hype that's going on in the beauty industry that's pretty much ripping people off and leaving people feeling very disappointed and disenfranchised about what they have spent and invested in their hair. And then, like I said, at the end of the day, they're not even happy with it. They're turning back to hair weaves and things of that nature that they may not really want to. So that's what this video is all about. So we're going to talk about how to shampoo it. And remember, just repeat this with me over and over again, what I'm promoting when it comes to caring for any hair. The videos are primarily for those who are frustrated with textured hair, and I'm using the word frustrated. So these videos are not to just put them in and then watch them and say, girl, I was on LaDosha's channel. Don't you do that. I'm going to be real upset. I'm going to find you. Do not do that. These videos are, again, for real people with real hair in real life. So what we want to do is talk about those three components. The three components are hair care is about using the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. If you don't have those three, they are as one. I just broke them up, but they are equally as important. You will not have the hair that you want. Like I said before, if you have the right products and you have the right tools and the wrong technique, your hair will be jacked. Okay, if you have the right technique and the wrong products and the wrong tools, your hair will be jacked. So it has to be across the board. Forget whose name is on it. It's about the right stuff. So what I did was I analyzed her hair, and that's important. Before you care for your hair, it's important that you know what type of hair that you have. I hope that by now, if you have been watching the other videos, you are definitely getting a feel that taking care of your hair is a process that begins with loving yourself and accepting yourself for who you are as you are. They don't teach this in cosmetology school, so I'm teaching you in this video. So that is what this is all about. You know, you gotta love yourself, and part of loving yourself is getting to know yourself. So when you come and visit me, that is what I'm teaching. I'm gonna teach you, first you gotta know what is on my head. So black women, black hair, that's a bunch of bull, fracker, packer, knackle. Y'all know I want to cuss, but I ain't gonna do that, okay? So it's not, all black people do not have the same hair. Read the ticker. All black people do not have the same hair. So buying products that says for women of color, for the, you know, that's wrong. You know, to me, it has an undertone of cyberbullying, but I'm a crybaby and a sissy like that, so, you know, that's just my interpretation. Hair care is unique. Hair textures are as unique as the person on the head which it lies. That sounds fancy. I brought that from Philip Poulos. I'm going to say it again. No two heads of hair are alike. Hair fibers, hair texture is as unique as the person on the head which it lies. So with that being said, she needs to know what's her hair texture, not 1A, 2B, 3B. A nice guide, just like size 16. Okay, it's size 18, okay. But you know where I'm going with this, okay? It's a guide, but it's not my size. Sometimes I can fit 18, sometimes I can fit 16, and if I really want to mess myself up, I try to squeeze it to 14. But I ain't cracked up like that, okay? Sometimes I am, all right? Okay, so here we go. Her hair texture. How do I determine it? I'm looking at the way it grows from her scalp. And it's growing from her scalp on an angle. And so that's telling me that she has wavy textured hair. I can see the fro like you can see the fro. So what's more pronounced, the wave or the fro? The fro. What up, bro? You're right. So she has afro wavy hair. And in the hair care industry, we describe that as normal hair. This hair, the scalp has a tendency to be a lot oilier. Makes sense because the good man wants the oil to coat the hair so that it doesn't dry out. So people who have wavy hair, afro wavy hair, they have a tendency to have an oily scalp. So that definitely comes with it. And like I said, the poof. So I'm going to use products that speak that language. I could also use a product that says for all hair types. You can do which one that you like. It doesn't matter what the name is, but read the bottle. Read the directions on the back, and it should say, this treatment, rich formula, drenches hair that's moisture, leaving it radiant and ready. And it's telling you that it's for all hair textures, and it's for styling in everyday life. And it says it on here. So you make sure that the language says that on the bottle. Now, if you want to know what it says, you can buy it. This is my product. This is the moisture shampoo, or you can buy your favorite. It doesn't matter, okay? That's number one. Number two, we're going to talk about how to shampoo our hair effectively. What's important when it comes to shampooing hair? Remember, we are talking about the right technique. So one of the things that we don't want to do is shampoo her hair in hot water. Because if you shampoo this hair in hot water, it's going to do the same thing to her hair that it would do to her skin. And what it's going to do is going to dry it out. So don't use hot water. Now, I understand we work hard and, we want to get a hot shower to get some of the stress off. So a little bit, just to rinse, to knock off some of the tension is okay. But from start to finish, you do not want to do that. You will dry your hair out. You will cause your scalp to produce more oil. And what's going to happen in about 3 days, you're going to say, I spent all this money to get my hair done. I bought all this, spent all this money on these products, and my hair is back oily because you use hot water. So we're going to use warm water, okay? And then you're going to rinse the hair. Remember, hair care is about what? Say it with me again. The right products, the right technique, the right tools. So now we have the right products. This part, we're going to talk about the right technique. The right technique is to not use hot water. That's number one. Number two, we want to rinse. A lot of times when we get ready to shampoo our hair, the first thing we want to do is just grab that shampoo immediately and slap it in our hair. Do not do that, okay? Because you're going to just waste it. Think of your hair care the way you take care of your body. When you hop in the shower, you don't just grab the soap and start lathering it up. No, what do? You stand up under the shower head and you just let the water roll over and you say, Calgon, Idris Elba, take me away. Okay, well, maybe not Idris Elba, but whatever, whoever you like, let them take you away. So you're going to rinse, okay? And rinsing is very important because you're going to rinse away most of the debris. You're going to get the hair nice and wet and ready to receive the shampoo and the scrubbing and all that's going to take place, all right? So we're just going to rinse. Now that we've rinsed, okay, again, who is this video for? People who are emotionally, just frustrated, people who are financially fed up, and people who are physically tired of all this nonsense. So here we go. One of the reasons that we are emotionally fed up when it comes to textured hair is because we have been conditioned, particularly those of us in America. So again, if I offend, too bad, okay? Because I'm not trying to do that. I'm definitely trying to, provide some empathy and at the same time drop a little knowledge on us out here, okay? So one of the reasons that we're doing these things improperly is because when we were brought over here as slaves, okay, they did not send over the comb and the brush. They didn't send over the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. They just brought us over here. And so when they got here, they said, dang, Gina, look at their hair. So they said two things. Number one, don't comb it. Number two, sure enough, don't wash it, because if you wash it, oh my God, look what happened, okay? And so those were the two primary things that they told us not to do. Don't wash it, don't comb it. And when we said why, you know what they told us? because it's bad. Yes, they told us that it was bad, it was kinky, and it was matted, and it was nappy. And so we accepted that and we went along with that. But you just learned in the previous video, kinky and matted hair are what? Cuticle layers that are up, and they get tangled, and they become matted, and they become kinky. That is not the natural state. That is the natural result of not combing it, laying on it, braiding it, the wind hitting it. That is not natural. So I know we have a lot of people saying embrace your naps, stop it, comb your head, okay? So here we go. And if you comb it properly, it won't mat back up like that unless you lay on it, which that's what it's supposed to do. It's naturally supposed to kink up. The cuticles are naturally supposed to rise and swell when you go out into the shower or the rain. Those cuticles are supposed to open up, but you can't leave them that way. You can't accept that as nappy hair and then say, accept me as I am. Because there are another group of people who know, dang, them some ignorant folks over there. And you know what? They're right. So again, this part of the video is to free you up from that frustration, that acceptance, that norm, that nappy, not combing, and not washing is normal. It's not. So the proper way that you want to do this, the proper technique, she has too much hair to take some shampoo and do this. Got that from JF. And then just put it on the hair. And then that is the European way. Now, I'm not trying to make this a race thing. I'm just showing you that for the most part, because a lot of Europeans with straight hair get a lot of attention. Notice what I said. A lot of Europeans with straight hair get a lot of attention. They won't do a YouTube video with a white woman with an afro because they do have afros too. They're not going to show you an Italian woman with an afro because Italian women have afros too. They're not going to show you, let's go to a religious perspective, they're not going to show you too many Jewish women with an afro. I have 3 rows. Roseanne, Nadana. Okay? So you have to be old enough to know who she is. But textured hair is not a black thing. And so when they started promoting this whole, don't wash it, don't comb it, it's bad, it's nappy, it just kept getting passed down. And then we just began to accept it. And then we passed it down to our children, unbeknownst to us, that we had the wrong technique. We had the wrong tools. We had the wrong products because we were denied. Well, guess what? We free! Who would ever think it? So here we go. As free black people or people with textured hair, here's the right technique, okay? You're going to, I don't care what your race is, okay? You're going to section the hair. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your shampoo, there it is, and you're going to apply it to the scalp. Because it is the scalp that's holding all of the yeast, the oil, the dirt. The hair has it, but the scalp is a microbial habitat. Now I'm gonna get a little jiggy with it. I told you I like a little, a little hip hop. So we're gonna go a little HOV, a little hove on it, get a little jiggy with it, okay? Oh no, Jiggy wasn't hove, Jiggy was, what was his name?
Will Smith.
Will Smith. When you get old, you start mixing them up, but hip hop is hip hop, okay? So here we go in the sections. And what I'm going to do, now you can't see the back, so I'm just going to demonstrate from the front, and then we're going to pause for the cause and come back and see the finished result. If I take her hair and I take this afro or this wave or this curl or this kink or this nappy hair, whatever adjective you want to describe your hair, this 1A, this 2B half 3C divided by 4C, whatever you want to call it, if you put it in the sections, and you take your shampoo and you apply it into the scalp area. And then you take your fingers and you've got to scrub because this is yeast. Remember, the scalp is a microbial habitat. There are microorganisms on everything, from my microbial bracelet for representing Ghana in the house, baby, you know, to this handle, to our skin. You know, microorganisms are everywhere. So what we want to do is to scrub. So you have to scrub that off. Now, if you do this in sections, you know what? You don't tangle the hair. Look at that. Because you are not roughening up that cuticle. All right? And so if you're concerned, like, oh God, she had that in her hair for a while. I know it's got a, you know, the odor of her hair. Yeah, if you haven't shampooed your hair in about, 7 weeks, yeah, you're going to have a little bit of odor. But guess what? Essential oils. You can use any one that you like. You can use peppermint. There's just too many for me to name. But it's all essential oils are antimicrobial, antiviral.
I would use peppermint.
Antibacterial. Okay, really? Okay. So she said she would use peppermint. Why would you use peppermint?
Because of what you just said.
Yeah. So all essential oils, regardless of fragrance, are antiviral, antimicrobial, antifungal, antibacterial. So you're going to kill that odor. So don't worry about trying to go out and buy some more stuff. So I'm going to go ahead on and get her hair shampooed. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit that like video. Keep in mind that who is this video for? These videos are for people who are emotionally frustrated, people who are financially fed up. Queen Latifah, I had it up to here with y'all in that crap, spending all this money about my hair, and they're too physically tired. I'm tired of spending all this time, all this money. I can't make love, I can't babysit, I got all these kids, I ain't got time to comb their hair. They're just tired. So that's who these videos are for. You can replay them, you can share them. I hope that you are enjoying them. I am LaDosha Wright, your change agent when it comes to hair care. We are in Cleveland Heights at the Revers Design Team, where we do real hair on real people in real life as we experience the science of hair care. Love, peace, and hair grease, you know.